Well, howdy, howdy. I'm going to do a comparison. Two different shooters, or two different players, I should say. One shooter. And we're going to do just compare a pass line and two combat strategy. And we're going to compare a pass line, a PSO come hedge, and then the rest place bets strategy. The idea would be for each player to have three numbers in action and working towards four numbers in action. And just for simplicity, no, I will change up sets. I will change up sets, but I'll start with a hard way set. Okay. Oh, each player has $620 in their buy-in, and they are both committed to $130 total out of their rack on this hand. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Let's try the baby bird. We are about 8.5 feet out. There's a 4. All right. So this player immediately puts double odds down and a come bet. This player puts down a come bet as a PSO hedge. And let's see, this player is the shooter. This player is going to be wanting to hit that 4. Obviously shooting for his point. There's a 549. All right. Both of these go to the 9. This player immediately puts double odds down. This player goes ahead and puts $25 in odds on the 4 and places the 6 and the 8 for $30. This player puts out another come bet. Okay, so let's just say this is player number 1. Player number 1 still has $20 to work with in his commitment to the hand. Player number 2 has $30. And we got 10. 6-4, which is not uncommon with that set. All right, so player number 2 has now put double odds on his come bet. So the player number 2 has the 4, 9, and 10 in action for them. And player number 1 just realized he forgot to put odds. He's going to put $20 in odds on his hand. Okay, so everybody has got everything they committed to on this hand in action. And now what we're going to do is keep seeing if we can hit that 4. Okay. And say a little prayer that the double doesn't appear. There's a 9, 5-4. Okay, here's where things get a little interesting. Okay, so we got a 9. Both come bets run. It's going to be a $60 win for this player. This player is going to take that down. He's going to put this in his rack. this player is going to get 30, 45. It's going to leave a quarter and rack the rest. Player number 2 is going to keep $30 available for odds on that come bet, and is going to rack the rest. Just doing a little coffee here. Here we got a 3, 2, 5. See if we got to mark a lot of this stuff out here. Okay, 3, 2, 5. Come back, travels to the 5. And this is shooter number 2, shooter number 1, shooter number 1, shooter number 1, shooter number 2. So shooter number 2 has 5, 10, and 4 in action. Shooter number 1 has 6, 8, and 9 in action. Change up the configuration of the set slightly. There's a 3, ace color deuce. There's the 9 again. Okay, player number 1 is going to collect $35. Player number 1 is going to rack the $35. There's a 12. Track and APS stuff over here as well. It's just interesting enough. The 2 outside numbers and a few crap numbers have been hit. See if we can't pick up a 6 or an 8. There's the hard 8. Again, player number 1 is going to just collect that because they're getting close to having all their money back in their rack. Player number 2 is as well as no, not quite. Player number 2 still has a lot more money to risk. There's 6, 4, 2. You know, just a simple adjustment in the configuration of the same set produces different numbers. I mean, you could say the total up there. You could say that. And maybe it was. All right. At this point, player number 1 has recouped the outlay of, and if they were to stop right now, which they could take. They'd have to leave their pass line there, But everything else player number one has out there is a place bet, which can be taken down. So that would be $110 to pull down right now and be $110 ahead. Whereas player number two could only take down $90. Yeah, $90 and would still have $45 that has to be determined. It's a contract. Still has to sit there until it's determined. You know what I mean when I say determined, that the outcome has been determined. That either the number the contract is on or the devil appears, one of the two. Okay. I'm still looking for that 4. And there it is. There's our 4. All right, so we can pay off player number 1. Player number 2 gets $75. Player number 2 is going to put this, put that in their rack. Player number 1 is going to put this in their rack. And let's say, all right, so let's, rather than continue to play out the hand, because we're only around 10 minutes in here, let's just, again, take a look at the realities. All right, so right now, player number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Player number 2 has recouped the initial outlay, has quite a bit of money on the table at risk. And if the game was to end right now, they lose everything on the table, they'd be $10, $20, $30 ahead, approximately, give or take a dollar or two, right? Player number 1, let's see, 10, 20. Player number 1 right now, if they were to lose everything on the table, would be $75, $80, $90, $105 ahead. Why? What is the difference here? The difference is that player number 1 committed money to 2 of the easiest numbers to hit in the game. Okay? And when his come bet hit on the 9, he left money on that number, because that was now the second time that number had hit. And sure enough, he hit it one more time. So he hit this one once, twice, 3 times there, and he hit his point. That's why player number 1 has more money than player number 2. And again, player number 2, we could all stop right now. Okay, player number 1 would say, okay, I got to go. All this money comes back to me, and I have to leave those 2 come bets out there. Player number 1 can take everything down and add that to his rack, which essentially pretty much doubles what he's already ahead. And player number 2 here has got $30 that has to stay there until it's either the 10, the 5, or the 7 shows. There's your comparison between the old school standard pass line and come bets. Pass line and come bets, and the way I play, which is only one come bet, which is going to be a PSO hedge on the pass line. So with that, I will say stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. And remember, luck's got very little to do with it. Let's slide out.